The world's tallest man, the world's oldest person, the world's longest fingernails. Stay tuned if you want to know more about these topics. Robert Wadlow, born February 22, 1918, was and still remains the world's tallest man at 8 feet, 11 inches. Wadlow weighed 439 pounds and also holds the title for the world's largest hands at 12.75 inches and the world's largest feet at 18.5 inches. Wadlow's ring size was 25 and his shoe size was a 37 AA men's that had to be custom made. Robert Wadlow was the oldest child of 5 born to Harold and Addie Wadlow, and he put the big in Big Brother. Wadlow was born an average size, but by only a few months old, it was clear he was far from typical. He gained weight and size at an alarming rate, and it was discovered later in 1929 that he had hypertrophy, an enlargement of his pituitary gland, the gland responsible for dictating human growth hormone. The enlarged gland released far too much growth hormone, which caused exponential growth in Robert. By the time of his death, there was no indication he had ever stopped growing. Jeanne Calment was a French woman who is recognized as the oldest person in the world, having lived to the age of 122 years. She was born on February 21, 1875 in Arles, France, and lived in the same apartment building for most of her life. Calment was married to a wealthy businessman named Fernand Calment and had 1 child. She outlived her husband, son, and grandson, and lived to see 2 great-grandsons as well. Calment was an active woman throughout her life and even took up fencing in her 70s. She was known for her wit and sharp memory and attributed her longevity to a diet rich in olive oil. Calment's longevity has been verified by several independent sources, and her record for the longest confirmed human lifespan is considered to be highly reliable. How often do you cut your fingernails? Once per week? Once per month? Whatever your answer is, it's definitely more often than Diana Armstrong, who last cut her fingernails over 25 years ago. Diana, from Minnesota, USA, has broken 2 records for the longest fingernails on a pair of hands and the longest fingernails on a pair of hands ever. Her fantastic fingernails were measured to be a combined length of 13 meters and 58 centimeters, 42 feet 10.4 inch, on the 13th of March 2022. That's longer than a standard yellow school bus and more than twice the height of a giraffe. The longest of all Diana's nails is her right thumbnail, measuring 1.3 meters, 4 feet 6.7 inch. This single nail might be even taller than you. Diana's shortest nail is on her left pinky finger and measures 1 meter, 3 feet 7 inch. The world's dirtiest man, Amu Haji, who has not taken a bath in over 65 years. Amu Haji was an Iranian man who was known for his unconventional lifestyle and extreme lack of personal hygiene. Haji reportedly lived in a small hut in a remote desert region of Iran and subsisted on a diet of rotten animals and tobacco. He is said to have gone decades without bathing and had long matted hair and fingernails. Haji's extreme way of life attracted media attention, and he became something of a local legend in Iran. Years of not bathing had left him with skin covered in soot and pus. Haji died at the age of 94, shortly after taking his first shower. He believed that staying dirty kept him alive for so long. Maybe he was right after all. Does meal cooked with sewer oil sound good to you? That might sound disgusting, but in many countries, it's a widespread problem. Gutter oil is a term used to describe oil that has been collected from sources such as restaurant fryers, grease traps, and slaughterhouses, and then resold as cooking oil. This practice is extremely dangerous as the collected oil may contain contaminants and toxins such as heavy metals, bacteria, and other harmful substances. The use of gutter oil has been linked to serious health problems and food poisoning outbreaks in some countries. In China, for example, the use of gutter oil has been a major public health concern and has attracted widespread media attention and outrage. Many countries have laws in place to regulate the production and sale of cooking oil and to prohibit the use of gutter oil.